Last October of 2010, I was introduced to Michael Benally. He works for the Navajo Nation, and he's one of their cultural heritage specialists. And we got to talking a little bit about youth, and both had an interest in working with youth. And so that's kind of how we started, I guess, initially. And then so this past winter, the National Park Foundation had a grant opportunity, the America's Best Idea grant program. So we put our heads together and started talking about possible projects for youth from the Navajo Nation. And since a number of tribes are interested in the management here at Rainbow Bridge and give their input and take part in the management, we came up with doing some native plant restoration work here, some invasive plant management work here, which has been going on here at Rainbow Bridge for a number of years, but never with Navajo youth or Native American youth. So we felt like this was a good opportunity. The Native American youth have a interest in the management here, so it was a good combination, we felt like. So we have some natural resource management issues that we're tackling in the project, but then also the second part of the project is to have some cultural heritage ceremonies. So it's a well-rounded project, and these youth, a fair number of them have not been to Rainbow Bridge, Glen Canyon, national parks very often, so this is a good opportunity to introduce them to what we do here at the park, and hopefully get some folks interested in volunteering here in the future on similar issues, and then hopefully, get these youth interested in possibly working for the National Park Service. The experience has been great with the youth. This week we've had 5 volunteers from the Navajo Nation, 4 from the Shiprock, New Mexico area, and then we had a volunteer out of the Chinle, Arizona area, and all really high quality individuals. I was really impressed with the folks that made it here, and we're going to have a second set of individuals for the second and third week, so we're going to be able to reach a few more individuals, and footage like this is really important to us because we're going to use this to put the word out of what we're doing here, and hopefully increase volunteerism here in the park with Native Americans in the future, and then also hopefully touch a few people and reach out to people in a way where they're interested in not only volunteering here but also working here in the future.
My name is Lindsay Benally. Hosanan Ishlan Twajini Bashin Ashihan Dashche Twazlini Dashinella. I am from Shiprock, New Mexico, and I'm 23 years old, and I'm a college student. I wanted to see this place. I've never been here, or Lake Powell. I wanted to get something out of my summer. A little more in this field is interesting. Also, mainly just the canyon. I didn't understand if it was a cultural place that was sacred to some tribes around here, but so far I learned a lot, and it's just beginning to be like a rewarding experience as well. I'm very traditional, and I believe in sacred monuments, I guess, like this Rainbow Bridge, and feeling that we claim this to be a sacred place. I feel like it has a lot of significance to me because of its belief, like to be we ask for blessings, and so in return, I felt like I should have owned a little more respect towards it. So that's why it holds some significance to me. I want to learn more about some of these plants here, and to preserve to preserve some things about the national park. it's a privilege to be here and to witness something, and to have the privilege to actually be a volunteer here and working here. I mean, other than that, I probably wouldn't even have been here to see this. So,
Yate she Sierra Frank Ignatios, Sitna Janine Lishnigo, Samoan e Bashichin, Hashkanajo e Dashiche and Chukis e Dashanele. My name's Sierra Frank. I'm from Shiprock, and I help run a youth-run project called Rethink and Empower on the res, but we're based in Shiprock. So our objective as a youth-run project is to support young people within the reservation and the things that they're passionate about. A few of the projects that we help support is like the local skate park development, art classes, open mic nights, and murals, as well as following environmental issues that are going on the Navajo Reservation, like the water rights and the regional haze, and also with culture and ceremony restoration. We were introduced to Lonnie in resource management, and he approached us with just requesting like if we had any youth that would be interested. And seeing as the Rainbow Bridge is a sacred site, not just to the Navajo but to many tribes, we wanted to coordinate with the National Park Service to do a work exchange as well as ceremony restoration. So it really is a work exchange, an exchange to do work. We can be here at one of the sacred sites and kind of just connect and share information. And there's something about this place. When I first came here, I didn't realize that like how sacred it is until I came here with our group, and it's just something about it. Just the essence of the Rainbow Bridge, you can feel something really special here. Before we brought the group, me and Michael did a prayer just below on the base for safe passage and protection, and just giving thanks for the blessing to be here before the group came. And we, as a group, when we got here, we did the same thing. And learning about the history of the Rainbow Bridge. Like I said, there's something special. You can feel that there were a lot of prayers done here, a lot of ceremonies, but that's not something I knew before coming here. I mean, I knew this was a sacred place. I knew there were ceremonies, but I didn't know in depth like how wonderful and great this place is and spiritual. Been here for a few days, and just learning about it definitely, how would you say, intensified and reassured those feelings of how sacred this place is. I chose it because it is a sacred site, and I feel like this was a really great opportunity for the National Park Service as well as youth on the Navajo Reservation to collaborate, because the National Park Service, could get more local volunteers who would who might have a more understanding and appreciation for the park, and I don't know, it was meaningful and to everyone, I think. I had a really great experience, especially with the National Park Service resource staff. They're really, really great people. I feel like it's their care coincides with kind of the internal care that us Native Americans have for the environment and the resources. And it was a really great bonding experience for me and the participants. Some have been part of Rethink the Net Power since it started back in '09, and some I just barely met. But being in this place, sharing this experience of working in the heat and hiking and talking and sharing, as well as doing prayers together, is an experience that you don't get often, and it's not accessible every day. So I really cherish this time here with everyone. So I'm really grateful to the National Park and all the volunteers who came out. Really amazing.
I'd like to say thank you to the organizations that have made this project possible: the National Park Foundation, the Glen Canyon Natural History Association, and Rethink Dene Power.